Welcome in, Only Cow and Sam. Thank you so much. That's something I've done a few years ago with my student. I'm a teacher in 3D animation, and we did that. So, yep. Neural Fox, good morning. Ah! Can you believe in the VOD now it will be only me doing ah alone? Man. Me lever tôt, it's actually not easy right now. I'm still sipping on my coffee and wishing to go back. I just wish to go back in the bed, but we got a freaking Datsun to complete, and this time it's kind of clean. I remove a layer of dirt on it. All right, guys, we're already a couple of folks in here. We don't have a lot of time, so you know what that means? That means, Sam, you ready? You ready to see a baller intro? On top of that baller art? Wait for it. Let me just reduce the music. Boop, no more music. Zoom the chat as it is normally. And 3, 2, 1, go! Boom, there we go. Let's go. Welcome everybody. How you doing? Why is it laggy? Is it laggy for you? You okay, webcam? The webcam is laggy for me. Huh, that's weird. Okay, it seems good. We're good. All right. Only Cow, if you still around, if I was you, I would type lizard. Test it, you know. In the meantime, I just realized I haven't plugged back my voice control. One will believe that I will remember now after doing the same mistake about 1,000 times, but seems like I have not a really good learning about that. All right, do this, do that, let's go there, let's make that. I just need to reconnect the controls. How we doing this morning? Welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. I hope your coffee tastes as good as mine, because man, it is delicious this morning. It is a must after an epic stream last night. An epic stream. Hey, 3 streams in 3 days. I'm back, baby, on top level. Look at it. The car was about to spam. Spam what? Oh, spam the hey. I remember about removing the TANGIA of the week this time. Look at it, how much cleaner it is. It's not perfect, but look at that. It's shiny this time. Max Verstappen. The two Volkswagen Polo MK Mark II. Yo, that's so sick! 160 kilometers on it, and it's registered since yesterday. That's a W, man. I can't wait. I've done 500 meters. Take it, about 500 meters. And in those 500 meters, rear wheel was going not meant to do that. So yeah, today we're gonna be looking at that. Honestly, nothing much to say. Only other thing we have to do, I don't think it's going to happen today, but is that I have to fit that part right here. I already showed it on stream yesterday, but basically we're gonna have this here to fit in the car. It is a vacuum canister, which will allow to, with that, put this like this. We're gonna be able with that to plug the vacuum from the engine on it. It has a check valve in it. It is like a diaphragm check valve, so you won't hear anything doing that. But basically just like that, and then after that we're gonna be plugging the gold fitting on one of those 2 holes here and send that to our master cylinder. So it's gonna be something like bye. It's gonna be something like this in the car. We're gonna plug the vacuum in it, then back to the master cylinder, and this will store some vacuum for the brake booster to work properly. I said master cylinder, but it's the brake booster. So a pretty sound, really beautiful sound. So this is like second in my list because this is really easy. The worst thing is that I have to design a small bracket to make it work in place. But what I want to do is use the OEM spot for the windshield washer reservoir here. So basically we're going to do a bracket that's going to have this shape that's just going to slide in place. So when the hood is closed, there's no way this can come out. And at the same time, it's something like heavy enough to hold it in there. Maybe we're gonna have just a safety screw in there. I'm not sure yet. We're just gonna see and like how it works. And if everything goes well, it's gonna be that plus a few welding spots on the bracket at the back, which will be, if I can take it out again. Just that. So on that bracket, we will just go ahead and tack weld that with our bracket shape. It will slide right in place. Bolt the bottle on it. Well, actually, it's gonna be like this. No, it's gonna be like that. So bolt the bottle there, and all the connections gonna be really close to it. So that will be a really cool thing to do. So yeah. We're just gonna leave it there for now. That's gonna be, technically, might be the last part. It's a bigger part than I would have liked to have because we don't have much space, but hey, it fits right in its spot. Make it easy, so it's gonna be good. LS swap is a different beast, yeah, that's for sure. But like again, I mean, that car when I bought it already had a swap. It was a V8 carbureted V8 from the 80s, and it was like sucking ass. It was like so bad. But yeah, so here we go. We're gonna raise the car because we have to work on the rear wheel. Today my goal is really to figure out what's wrong with the rear wheel. I've done plenty of tests this week, like plenty of them. I'm gonna show you what's wrong with it, what I kind of have figured out is happening with the car. I really think that we have a bad bearing in that wheel, and that under acceleration, the actual wheel just slightly twists and make the disc hit the bracket. And what makes me say that is that, first of all, we were maybe suspecting a problem with the brake rotor or anything in that wheel. And basically, I swapped the wheels and the rotor from one side to the other and got the exact same result. So we know it's not the brake system by itself, but it's still the rotor hitting a bracket, which is not normal. I have the check valve to get there. We're gonna also check at the same time if we have any issues with the oil or whatever, but last time I checked we were clean. Our little weekend spent on gasket maker and all seems to have worked perfectly, which is freaking amazing. Look at that. So much more shiny than it was. That's freaking amazing. Let me take that out here. So this is going back in the box. Right there, boom. And now what I'm gonna do is switch that to a better sitting position. Up, up. We're gonna be good there. Let me double check for oil pan is clean. Oil filter sounds good. Yep, it's there. Maybe I'm gonna regret it. Yeah, everything's clean, guys. I think we've done a real good job here on sealing the valve, the timing cover, I mean, and all that. So everything looks freaking amazingly clean. So GG. All right, so we're gonna move on to the wheel at the back there. I have most of my tools already out because I already took a look at a few things. So yeah, we're gonna check that, but first of all, coffee time. What up, Phil? Almost there, almost there. Comment ça va? Bon matin. Hello, hello, hello. There we go in that wheel today. So this is the issue there. I'm gonna take the time to remove the said wheel and tire there. So that one, you're gonna see there's a scratch on the tire itself. That happened on the first test drive like a month and a half, 2 months ago, right here. Basically, it went straight into the fender, but on the other side. Here, the clearance is good, but somehow that happened. I'm gonna put my chat on my cell phone, because otherwise I won't see any messages. That if I'm leaving that on the lift right here, okay, will it work? Yep, but somehow I'm not seeing Phil latest messages. My app doesn't want to read Phil. Get screwed. There we go, coffee indeed. Let's go. And Cochonet, comment ça va? Let's go. Man, been a while. How you doing, sir? There we go. Up. So we're gonna go with that. And now the last one, always important to hold it. Otherwise, the wheel will fall on it and you're gonna scratch your brand new wheel. Comment ça va, Cochonet? Bon matin. Let me turn on the light on the camera. All right, camera is working good. Yep, we're good. We see movement in it. There we go. Up. So, let me explain what's going on in here. I think it's gonna be worth then. We're gonna try to check a few things before we go ahead and remove everything. First of all, front side. Nothing wrong with it. Everything works great in here, nothing unusual. For the first time, you can see we have a braking pattern on the rotor, which means we are perfectly in place. I see that my different component for the brake system, so the rotor, also the pads and everything, everything's in place. Everything's looking great and sharp. Everything's lining up with the center of my caliper. So my disc brake, if I'm looking at the line on top of the caliper, let me try to show it to you without sending that. Here, are you seeing it? Up, up. Ah, I hit the car, of course. There we go. So basically here, that line is the center of my caliper. So we have like two sides assembled together. I have the line right in the middle. That lines up with the center of my rotor that is not even vented or anything, so super easy to figure out. I see that all my components here are in place. I can see that my piston are sticking out on both sides, which is really good. That's what you want. Handbrake cable on top, the mechanism is loose, which means there's no tension in it right now, which is good. And technically speaking, that should have a bit of movement, but nothing too crazy on it, which is the case. So technically speaking, everything here is good. When I'm looking at the back, I have clearance absolutely everywhere. I don't see anywhere where it could be scratching, but when I drive it, it is scratching somewhere. Let me do one thing. Front cam. I'm gonna switch the camera into another position because I don't have long enough on that USB extension to show you properly. So let me do this, that, up, and just this. Dual side. All right, so here is the problem. Do you see the slight mark we have here? That is exactly what's happening. The inner side of the rotor seems to be hitting on something, and that something is that part of the bracket right here. But that one right now, there's at least 2 to 3 mil of clearance there, so it makes kind of no sense. The entire thing here needs to be basically twisting to hit that. And if this is twisting, that should mean that we have an issue inside here, which is the bearing. That is solid. the golden bracket is with the golden part here. So all that is together, and still we are going on and twisting the rotor to hit that, which makes no sense. But that part here is lying on the bearing in here, which means if that bearing failed or something, it is twisting because of that, and that is not what you're supposed to see in there. So yeah, that isn't really great. So here the mark is really subtle because I did only one test drive on it. If you want to see the other one, so that's the rotor that used to be in there. You can see that mark here. It's really intense. And now on this side, I have nothing. Even if the clearance is technically almost smaller on that side than the other side. So that's the crazy thing. I have technically more clearance on that side, but still I'm having the same issue. So we need to figure that out and see what's wrong with it. First thing I tested was inside there. I removed the CV axle right here, went in there, there's a big nut at the back, tested the actual torque. It wasn't torqued properly, and I do remember why. When I assembled the entire subframe, the bearing in here was not allowing me to spin the wheel freely, so I left it a little bit loose and forgot about it, and that might be our issue. What I'm suspecting is that because this was loose when I did the first few test drive, it may have like break the bearing, and maybe the bearing just failed already in there with a loose, which allowed the wheel to move. The only thing suspicious about that is that if I'm shaking it, no matter up and down or left and right, I don't have any loose in it. So I say, yeah, no, that's the chuck fluid I hear. So I have no loose in it, and if the bearing was bad, I will like assume there will be a loose in there. So I have no clue. At this point, the idea is just to remove absolutely everything one step at a time and figure out what's wrong with it. So let me bring you out one more time. Epic transition. Whoa, technologia. Okay, so I'm just gonna put you a little bit further down there. We good? We good. Yep, that's a decent shot right there. Actually, if I'm moving it slightly like this, that's where the action is going to happen. All right, so Lurk F1 qualification. Let's go, Goose. Thank you for the lurk, man. Appreciate it. So, first of all, what we're gonna do is remove the caliper. The caliper, I'm 100% sure it is not that. First of all, sweet, nothing in terms of loose there, but like, you know, like pads are doing their job, everything's in place. So that one, we're just gonna go ahead and release it entirely. So one bolt. It's kind of sad to already see that all rusted out. Maybe I will tape the disc and just paint the center eventually. It wouldn't be too hard to do. I have my cell phone right here for chat. Yeah, and technically it's a failure-ish, Sam. Like, you know what I mean? If it was obvious, like, okay, right now what is messing with my brain the most is that it is an intermittent failure. Like, it's an intermittent issue. Sometimes it will do the noise, some other times not, and not always at the same speed or anything. You hear it's with, it has to do with the rotation, which makes sense because it is the rotor hitting the bracket. So rotational speed makes the noise like different each time, but it's not like I'm starting to drive in the first gear and it's already there, or like at every time I'm hitting 10 or 15 kilometers an hour, it does it. sometimes it's not doing it, sometimes right as I take off it's doing it. It already did it in the driveway on reverse, so you know, like it's really different every single time. Like the sound is the same, but the way it shows up is different, which is kind of weird. So let's remove that. So yeah, basically here, that one, we don't really see it super well, but we can see the scratching mark right there, and that's exactly what we're trying to find out. Now, my first test this morning is going to be really simple. So first of all, here's where it is scratching, right there. There's no doubt. This is, did I mess up the camera? No, you can see it, okay. So basically, right here is where we got the actual like pattern showing up. You can tell the disc is going and scratching that. That wasn't there when I installed it. That wasn't there lately, and that really is something that did appear. So again, if that flange here was to twist and go hit that, that will make sense. So that's why I'm still suspecting that. Now, one thing I'm gonna check, yeah, no, the extended stud, everything's in place. So yeah, that's kind of weird at this point. So what I might do also is clean up with a brush everything here to make sure the disc is sitting in place. But I took a look into it, and honestly, everything seems to be in place. And yeah, that's kind of the weird part about it. Now the only thing I see is that I have a slight, but again, I swapped the disc brake and everything, so I don't know. So first of all, what we're gonna do is go take a 10 mil wrench, and we're gonna make sure that this bracket here is actually in its place. Like there is no loose in it, that everything's going great with it. Let me try to put the camera in a good angle. There we go. So basically here, I cannot feel any loose. However, can I really assume there is none? Like maybe like that, I cannot feel it. And in the end, with the actual setup in place, I would feel it. So, you know, we're just gonna make sure that everything is okay there. So 10 mil, we're gonna go grab that, make sure this is good. Then here at the back, I'm just gonna make sure everything feels tight and in place. So 3/8 ratchet right here. And then the 10 mil wrench. Is it already out? It is already out. Oh, it's bigger than 10 mil. Lol. Classic. So I'm gonna bring a 11 and a 12 just to make sure. Oh, that's a 10. 12 and 11, just to make sure we have the right thing. I'm gonna bet on 11 by the look of it. Hey, 11. So, that's tight. I was able to add a little bit on it, but I don't think there was any loose on it, if I'm completely honest. And that's because the washer is almost hitting the hub and there's no scratch from left and right there. So I will say there's nothing there, but we're gonna remove it anyway right after. Let me just grab the last one. Just searching right now. It's not because I'm doing that we won't be removing it. It's really just searching at the minute. All right, that one was able to take a little bit of torque. But technically, I've torqued all that to a spec, but like still, and that one is already really tight. So the top one took a little bit there, but again, nothing that will justify the amount of movement I have in there. So at this point, Next step, we're gonna remove the entire bracket, just making sure everything's clean underneath that, and that there isn't any loose anywhere. And we're gonna restart the assembly of that wheel entirely, I feel like. Just for the, peaceful mindset there. We just wanna make sure everything's gonna be in perfect shape. One and two main bolts here. So this is going basically, those big bolts are going in the main bracket for the wheel on that side. So what I'm gonna do is leave that there. And then the 11 mil is just the lineup one, removing any movement. And I know that the fitment was meh overall on it. So I had to work a little bit hard to get it to line up properly. So we're gonna go take a look underneath that everything seems good. And because yeah, okay, I have maybe another idea of what could be wrong with it. We'll see. Okay, that one won't go just like that. Up. And yes, we don't have really a lot of place to work in there, but hey, it's okay. Because like the bolt they provided were not long enough and stuff like that was happening with it. So I had to find some bolt and all. But again, it's not that scratching on the disc brake. So this technically isn't part of the problem, except if it is. And you'll see what I had to do also. I had to take a washer, flat one side of it here to actually make sure it works with the lineup in there. So there's that also that happened. And as you can see here, there's also this. But again, this shouldn't have enough movement to slip anywhere once it's torqued down. It's just that my slot here are oval. But with those two main bolts on the right side, this is not moving. Like those one are not, those one are threaded actually. So two attach point means there's no pivoting in there. And the oval, like small bolts at the front here are just there to help. Good question. Actually, this is a bracket from Technotoy Tuning. This is the bracket for the Wheelwood brake caliper. Suspension is also from the Technotoy. So it's all T3. And this is all with also the Apex Engineer kit. Apex Engineer kit that use the exact same setup on theirs. So really, I'm not suspecting any problem on that side. I thought about like, hey, maybe the bracket is twisting, but honestly, I don't think so. If it's the case, I will be really impressed about it. And even there, the thing is, if the disc brake is actually sitting against that like it's meant to be, well, that means there's no way it is not actually working here. And you know what? I'm not 100% sure it sits flat in there. Before dismantling all that, we're gonna clean up really, really well that thing, because I wonder if it's not just a matter of a few, like half a mil of clearance on that. We're gonna clean everything. So yeah, basically that bracket is quite thick and quite like well done. You can see the amount of material we have on top to prevent the bending. So honestly, I have a huge doubt about it. The only thing I had to do is grind the holes oval to make it fit with the setup here, because obviously since that hub is welded, that can be in different spot from one kit to another. Technically they use a jig for it, but like obviously it's not always perfect, you know. If they've done like 100 or 1,000 on the same jig, the jig most likely have worked a little bit. But yeah, here that bracket's working and all. I don't have any sign here, but I have metal dust that suggests that this here was the part really like scratching, putting dust everywhere in there. So yeah. And since I have absolutely no freaking movement in that bearing. So basically there's an inner and outer bearing in that setup. So the hub here has two bearings. I don't have any like idea if that is something that happens. However, right now what I'm seeing and what gives me a little concern with that out of the car, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Let me double check that on the screen. Yeah, okay, top of the hub, center part here, that dark line you see is how, like where the actual rotor went in. I feel like that here is not allowing my rotor to go entirely down, sitting 100% flat, and that could be the twisting we have in there. If it's just sitting on here, not flat at the back of the rotor, it could be slightly twisting and hitting that with just enough, and that will mean the entire wheel is actually shifting, which can damage the extended stud and all that. But like, yeah, for now, low speed, that will be enough to twist it, honestly. So I think we're gonna take a little something here to brush everything there and really make 100% sure that we are actually sitting down. Do I still have you right here and you right there? All right. Let me do that. Loud noise. Oh, I don't see it. I'll assume it worked. Yeah, we're good. Because see, focus voice. All right, are we good? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so see, that's the idea here. If it's not sitting entirely to the bottom of it, I would assume it can do basically this, which would result into it going and rubbing against the part there, right? So that could be a thing. But again, since I'm having a doubt about my bearing, should I go and check the bearing housing in there, make sure everything's sitting in place? It's not fun, but it's not the worst thing to do. I have to undo 4 bolts at the back here and then pop that out through here. So I just have to hammer it, spin, hammer, spin. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're here. The 2-hour stream is especially to go down in there. I'm not assuming that we're gonna be reassembled at the end. So here we go. We're gonna make it happen there. 5.8 I think was the one here, if I'm not wrong, or it was 17. Let me check. It was 17 and a dream. So what we're gonna do is just that, because I've disassembled that already once this week. But we're just gonna go and make sure everything's good there. That. There we go. Up. So there. Yeah, I know a bad bearing is loud and grindy, and it's not the case. When the car is not making the noise, it's actually like really smooth. Let me do it on the other side with the wheel. I know I removed one bolt already. What you hear right now is the disc brake on my side, but like that thing looks to be working great, you know? So I have no clue. We're just gonna go and take a look. Hey, I bring it exactly back to where we were. That skills. Lol. So yeah, there's that. Hey, no, Goose. Some people might not have watched. Let's not spoil, okay? I'm sorry, Goose. I'm gonna do a little something here. There we go. I'm sorry, Goose. Just for respect for some people. I know Anarchy and Jen are usually quite a fan, but not necessarily watching on spot. So there we go. But thank you for that. I've had the time to read it. I love how you hate him, and I kind of enjoy him. Not gonna lie. Whoa. What? All right, Triax, sorry, we cannot spoil that. Sorry. There we go. Just in case someone didn't know about it. Good morning, Triax. How you doing, sir? That's always funny. I love banning people. All right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel. I have to be equal with everyone. There, Triax, so you're not avoiding the ban. Oh, hell nah. Let me do it. Okay, we're gonna have just one more to do after that. I'm just gonna have to spin the wheel towards me. Such a bad spot to get it. But like I said, Goose, just watch out for... Oh yeah, Bubble, what up? Just watch out for spoil, because I know some people in here are not necessarily watching live. Even if it's just qualification and we can argue it's not super mega important, still prefer to keep it clean for everyone. What up, Bubble? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, sir. There we go. All right. So now I should have access to it. That. Hopla. And yes, Bubble, we're working on the car today. Hopefully finding what's wrong with that wheel here. because that's the last thing preventing us from driving the car on the street, and that sucks. Oh, you think so, Triax? You think so? I have no clue. Let's go. Hot coffee. I have a cold brew this morning. It's really hot here. Well, it's not too bad today, honestly. I cannot complain. All right, there we go. Let's take that one out too. Boom, all the bolts are out. Let's try to avoid sending them on the ground. There we go. And so, there. It's the bearing. Oh, is that the rear cover actually? Oh my God, guys, it's not even the rotor. I think that scratch we had there was not even that. Erica! Let me show you. So I'm gonna try to show you at least. What are you seeing right there? You seeing the end of the cover? I think so. So here, if you're watching the gap, and that's basically the sound I hear. It's hitting on a weld and on the side there or something. We're gonna take it out, make sure we don't have any big dirty stuff happening in there. I see also my thing here, but I think the metal piece in itself isn't. And yeah, it's scratching from time to time and all. Oh my God, we're gonna be disassembling the entire bearing setup, but that is part of what, and you see, right now it's consistent with the car, like the weight on it and all, it wasn't. But that makes more sense than a 3-4 millimeter gap. So basically that was like between the rotor and the bracket, there was, so that was probably in the first assembly that I failed and scratched the bracket, because that is exactly the sound. The rotational, metal on metal, and it is a dirty, like high pitch sound. It's not like a deep tone or anything, it's really a high pitch metal sound. That honestly, okay, we're just talking for talking. If I was to send it like that, it will eventually grind itself out and clear itself, and it will work. Like there's a huge chance it wouldn't like make any problem in the car whatsoever over time. But hey, we're here to make a good car, not a car that fixes himself by grinding some material. I mean, that will make the car even more lightweight. Performance. Coffee. Pry bar, that here, and here we go to disassemble that. It is torqued at 180 feet-pounds, so that should be pretty interesting removing it. So I need to push towards there, which means I need to go like that. Up, up. It was way too loose for what it's meant to be. Yep. I don't like the fact it was that loose because I definitely retorqued it. We're gonna remove everything. All right, can I put that through here and do it dirty? Nope. Sucks to be me. All right, let's go grab a ratchet for it then. Ugh. Actually, you're right, it doesn't explain the scratch on the rotor, and there was no scratch when I swapped them from side to side. Merci Cochonnet, merci pour vrai. J'apprécie beaucoup. Toi, comment ça se passe ton été? As-tu réussi à refaire un peu plus de kilomètres avec ta voiture? I hope so. I hope you had the chance. But it doesn't explain the scratch on the rotor then. You're right. So we won't assume that this is the only part of it. We're gonna go and double check. All right, I was just missing a little bit there. We're gonna assume that there's more going on, and we're gonna go all the way inside there. Ça va bien, mais with a sad face? What do you mean it's going well, but sad face emote? That doesn't sound like a guy that's happy with his car. And thanks, Sam. Actually, some nice input you're having there. And that's exactly the vibe of that stream here. Basically, when I'm working on the car, it's not like, oh, I know it all. Look at me, guys. I'm so cool. It's all about bringing every ideas to the table and try to figure out everything all together. Like, I know where I'm going with the project, but sometimes there's question, you know, about stuff and, oh man, it's bad. Even with no pressure on it, it's clunky. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be new bearing time. And it's good, I have some spare one with those, because I ordered some not knowing that this kit here was coming with brand new one. So we had double bearings for all the rear wheel and even the front wheel, I think. So that's good. So we're gonna pop that open and take a look at what's going on inside there. So I'm gonna go grab a rubber hammer, hit on that, try to just pop it out. If it doesn't work with the rubber, we're gonna go with the strong thing, but hopefully rubber is gonna be enough. Oh, coffee again. No idea why the brakes are doing squick squick. Are they brand new or old? Did you lube them? There's a few places you can put a bit of grease on to prevent that kind of sound. Or is it a noise like a bus or a truck? Because if it's bus truck, it's pad most likely. If it is like a squishy, could be like just some rubber bushing, lacking a bit of lubricant here and there. Like there's a few different things. All right, where's my rubber hammer, sir? Not in there. It's not at its place where it's meant to be. Just for a change, I see one over there. I was having another one in mind. It's right there. I'm not sure it's gonna get out with just that. Okay, that's one way to fix the issue at the rear. I'm about to... Hello there. Here's a bearing nut. Yeah, please stop bending the other way. So. All right, it's coming out at the rear there, but I'm bending the cover that was actually making a sound there. So we're gonna bend it back, but just need to make sure we're not going too crazy on it. Please stop bending. My accuracy with the hammer this morning is as good as in Tarkov yesterday. Holy crap, it sucks. What I'm using, wait, I will show you. I can show it from here, I think. Grab yourself one of these. So basically here you can see there's some green tape on the side. It's still all the stuff from the LS engine when I strip it down. Basically you put a bit of masking tape on the side and just note, so everything water pump, you can put like water pump, thermostat, stuff like that in there. Anything with valve cover, anything with timing. I split this entire rack for every engine bit. So, and if you're about to strip it, that's what I will do. I will go with like front door, front left door, front right door, hood, stuff like that. I will just split it into stuff like this. I think I grabbed that for like 60 Canadian dollars back in the days in sale, brand new. And it's really worth it. It's like what I will recommend for sure. It's really doing a huge difference. All right, let's keep going. We got this, but yeah, it really makes it so much easier to work on your project with that. Because even now I have bolts in there that are from the engine, but I replaced them, so they're still in. You're trying to avoid that, but we got it out. So here we go. Oh, ho, ho. Can't wait to see if the bearing is gone. And I think the answer is yes. Seems like we have a metal chunk in there. So might really have been a bad bearing there, guys. Let me double check my option here. Because I have the grease, but I see a bunch of metal dust in there. Oh my God. I mean, if we catch it in time, it's not too bad. Oh yeah, it's hammer time. We're gonna have to rebend that in place, but that's all good. I'm thinking about taking the zip gun to push it out. Do I have the space for it? Let me grab a light at the same time. Ow, that was the wheel. So we're gonna try to grab the light, see what's going on in there, and push the hub out of there. Oh, that's the beautiful. Oh boy. I see stuff I'm not supposed to see here. Like that junk there. There's some crap in there with some chunks in it. Center seems to still be okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with, is that, yeah, there's the place for it and all. Yep, let's go with the zip gun, I think, and just push that out. I hope I still have air in the compressor. Let me double check that. Hey, we do. Awesome. For once. Zip gun acquired. So again, points towards a bad bearing for real. So we're not doing bad at finding out what's wrong with the car, which is a good thing. I don't know where that is coming from, that one. Washer at the bottom here. All right. Loud noise. Focus voice. Ow, my ears. And honestly, it's not working at all. So we're gonna go with the hammer time again, but that one will necessitate a big hammer on the side here and here. Hello, Danik! Chunky wheel bearing. Oh yeah, man. Honestly, if it's that, well, that sucks, but it's a good thing we catched it right at the beginning and not doing 100 kilometers an hour on the street. Loud noise. No. Focus voice. All right, let's grab the ear protection. Let's try to push that out. We're an hour in, we still have an hour to go. All right, welcome everybody joining this morning. Hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. I hope you're gonna figure out every problem to your issues just like I'm figuring out the issue on the Datsun, which means with progression. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, guys, it's really tough to get out, but listen to that. Yep, that ain't healthy, that. Listen to the other side. If I can. That's beautiful. So yep, I think we're on something, and honestly, my guess will be good. Like, this was twisting just enough under load, most likely, because you can tell, even with everything out, there isn't any loose really, but the way it has a problem going around and all, that means like it could have enough loose under load to just twist enough. That's my bet. Most likely my bearing, yeah, Danik, most likely. I just need to get that hub out, and so far it's resisting, which sucks. Loud noise. Focus voice. Focus voice. Progression! It popped out, so I don't know if you want to see it, but right there. Boop, we have a gap now. So right now, if I'm just going with the zip gun at the back, it should come out because we break it loose. Loud noise. We good? We good. Focus voice. I think that might be it, because look, that one is like going perfectly sharp there. Like right now you can tell it's twisted a little bit, or maybe that shaft is off also. We need to verify that the shaft is still straight, honestly. But like right now, because we have plane there, it's hard to tell. But yeah, we have to double check all that. Loud noise. Focus voice. So quickly like that, if you can tell now, I'm sitting on the second part. So this part in the center is a little bit smaller in diameter than the place where it sits in the bearing. Now that I'm starting to sit on the next one, that's round. That's not wobbling at all, and that first bearing is in shape. Look, no sound. Listen through the mic. That's a healthy bearing right there. So it will be the rear bearing that could be the problem. And so yeah, the front wall would have covered. All right, loud noise. Loud noise. Focus voice. Are we good? We good? All right, so the journal here is still in good shape. I don't feel anything in it. There's maybe a slight scratch, nothing crazy. So that here is good. The sitting part here is also really good. So that shaft seems quickly like that to still be in a good shape. Hard to tell for sure, but it seems like it is. It doesn't seem like it's twisted or bent or whatever. So I'm gonna put that aside here on the workbench. Take a sip of coffee and we are going to check behind. Oh tabarnak! So that's a bearing failure. Huh. Can you see in there? Can you see at the bottom of that hub what's happening in there? And can you count the balls in the bearing? Can you count the one at top left corner? The inexistent one? We have about four balls missing in the ball bearing there. What do you mean dirty? That's bearing material, man. Fuck off. All right, so this is a bearing failure, guys. So, dual front. All right, my wild guess right there. And it's beautiful that it happened now and not at 100 kilometers an hour on the street. And it also shows that for the amount of power we're gonna be putting to the ground, that this here is a cool design to have. And I'm gonna explain why. We got a bearing failure, which usually means your wheel can split off from the chassis. That's usually what happens. In a car nowadays, just like in the front here, well, those ones are like a conic bearing, so it's like an old school type of bearing. But in modern cars, the bearing is one simple ring with balls in it of better quality. That's what on the car, let's be honest. But if that one fails, it's cooked, like you're done. In that case here, with the rear axle, what's really cool is that the dual bearing, so you have an inner one, which is the one that failed, and another one, you've seen it. When I spin the spindle, like the hub onto the last bearing at the end there, it was still running straight and smooth. When I was taking the car out, when I was like just making it turn the wheel and all that, it was actually still working. But as soon as I was hitting the road at 10 kilometers an hour or something, when the metal chunk was going into that bearing, it was cooked. But that's good, because that means at no moment I felt like I was going to lose a wheel. We broke a bearing. That's probably human mistake here. That's probably me when I installed it that didn't do it properly. There was dirt in it, whatever, something happened. And because of that, it failed. Now we're gonna install a new one. And the thing is, if it fails again, that means we have an issue with the part. But if it works, that means we made a mistake in the first place, and that's the best case scenario. I can take that mistake on my shoulder. I'm willing to say, hey, I failed. I'm a noob at this. It was my first bearing job on that type of bearing. I've already done trailer bearing, but like, that's about how they are made at the front. Like, I've made that before, but like, those type of bearing, dual bearing like that, never done that before. Hey, it's part of the game. We all learn. Here we are. That means we take that out and we start working our way to cleaning the entire hub here. Now, I won't lie, I'm tempted to remove the front one also, even if it's in good shape, just to make sure there's no dirt in it. I'm not sure yet. It's gonna depend how easy it is to clean or not. So let's go back there and let's go check out how we remove the set bearing now. Dual side. There we go. So for that, I'm assuming that I will have to put a screwdriver through here. Man, yeah, maybe we're gonna have to, is it? Oh, that one here seems in better position, so we don't have stuff. Look, that's the issue here. Man, that's bad. That's a huge chunk. I hope you saw it on the camera probably. Wait, let me do this. Whoop. That's a huge chunk. More than once, yikes. But yeah, no, I mean, that's part of the game, and that's why I'm happy about it. Like this morning's stream, I wasn't even sure it will happen just because I went to bed late and all that. But like here we are, I said, okay, I have 2 hours. In 2 hours, we need to figure out what's wrong. We figure it out, so that's amazing. That means we are so close to getting the car on the road because everything else works great. That just works so good, and that just goes with exactly what I was believing that was the issue, which was the axle was actually twisting and the rudder was hitting the side. That makes sense, because if you don't have the same support, the bearing is still in place, like the inner and outer casing is in place, but with a bearing, like Ball's bearing missing under load, it was twisting most likely. And look at that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy, honestly. But that makes just plenty of sense. It's so cool. Yeah, look at that. Some wait, what? No, we're not in cum right now. We're in lube. So yeah, we're gonna have to like remove all this chunk there, clean everything out, and make it work. I'm happy that it didn't damage anything, but that's probably because we drove at 10, 15 kilometers an hour, 5 miles an hour for US friends, for like 500 meters only on that. So that's part of it. Oh my God, wait for it. I'm gonna clean my hand quickly and I'm gonna show you behind. Have you heard that sound? That's actually wonderful. Yeah, because I'm playing lube with someone else and her. Yep, I do agree in Arkia. Honestly, Kev, like ending up with an actual, and you've seen the discussion because you're in it, but like the group chat with Dagil this week where he was like, yeah, but a bearing, not sure. And I was like, man, everything's pointing towards that. And I do agree with all the logical stuff you told me, but there's something, my gut's feeling, because I know that car, because I assembled the entire car myself. Something's telling me it's that. And like I was in a mindset this morning that no matter what, we were going straight down to where we are at right now, and we were figuring that out. And there we are. Okay, let me show you behind the scene. Yep. That ain't supposed to happen. Boop, 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 boop. Here's your twisting problem. Left, up and down, and when it was going up, the disc was twisting towards us, hitting that. So under a bump, under load, when the control arm pressurized towards the bottom, everything else was pushing it up, and it was happening. Conclusion, done. We are now ready to take out the little cap there and try to make it work great again. Hey, I love that. I actually love it. I really enjoy finding a solution there. Kev, we're gonna clip that. What time is it? It's hour 14 minutes. Perfect. I'm gonna clip it and send it to the boys. Because after like they helped me out with brainstorming the issue this week, I'm really more than happy to send that to them. All right, that one I don't remember how to pull it out, so we're gonna figure out. I don't know if I have another seal, but worst case I'm gonna freaking. Oh, is that in there? No, is it? We should be good towards that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able with that. Let me double check with another tool. Brand new, the bearing, brand new, man, brand new. Flawless. It is doing what it's meant to do. I mean, it rolls. No one told him he's not supposed to have it loose up and down. It's just rolling. They see me rolling, they hating. All right, do I have a flat screwdriver that could help me with that? Because the one I had was flexing a bit too much. That one here should be good. And I'll bring that too, because sometimes that tool is just a little gift. That's actually insane. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take it out that way. Maybe I will just have to push it towards the other side. I don't remember. Anyone knows how to remove those rubber cover for bearings really easily? Because I don't. I feel like every time I'm gonna destroy them. All right, I'm gonna have to put you away, guys. Sorry for that. Boop. Just gonna go that way then. Up. Just for the meantime. But I was appreciating the light, so let me try to put my light here into a different spot, like so, so I can keep an eye on it. Because it warmed up, also maybe it's destroyed that thing too. Like no matter what, it did heat up quite a lot in there, so wouldn't be surprised that they are unusable after that. Let me grab a small pry bar. Oh, well, that's a good thing we found that. That's actually a good thing. Yo, that's a sick shot, actually, with the light and everything. I love it. It's lovely. I love it. Small pry bar. We're gonna yeet it out. I hope I have another one of those sealed. I'm gonna assume that yes with the kit, but otherwise we're just gonna have to order one, which isn't the worst. There's way worse than that. Come on. I almost fell to the ground. And I got a part in my head that's actually disgusting. But there we go. We got some. Oh, oh my God. Hello. I'm a bearing. Hello, I'm a bearing. Wee! Woo-hoo-hoo! Wee! Yee! Woo-hoo! Wah! Holy crap. Yeah, all day. Okay, I have a doubt that what happened there. I'll assume that one forbidden glitter fact. Hey, Jonesy, welcome in, sir. Welcome to the bearing destruction factory, where we make sure everything dies. Clip it, man, clip it. It's perfect. Wee! Woohoo! I'm a bearing. Hey, Jonesy, honestly, we just figured out the weird sound in the Datsun. We got the inner bearing failing on us with less than a kilometer on it, I would say. So probably improper installation on my side. Yep, forbidden glitter, so I'm gonna push you on the side. Oh, that's all good, man. That means it solved the issue of why my rudder was hitting the bracket for the wheel and all that. So yeah, it just makes sense now. and all the weird noise I was hearing. So we're gonna clean everything up. And yeah, I think we're gonna change the other one too because I can see the balls there. I think most likely it got protected by the grease, but there's probably a bunch of metal flake in the grease now. So we're gonna remove everything. Let me try to find the new one. I'm supposed to have somewhere around here, right there. And we got, I think, the cover for it and everything. Is it? Not sure if it's those. That seems like the actual one. Maybe it is. Let me double check. It seems to be not big enough. Same size, but not the same diameter, so I don't like that. I'm gonna have to double check everything now. Hey, sounds good. Thank you for the lurk. That's this very small bearing here, so I think that was differential bearing potentially. Oh, that one could be the good one. We're gonna double check part numbers, but STE. Oh wait, no, that's a tip. No, that's a front bearing. So to give you an idea, the front bearing, how they look like, dual front. Dual front. There we go. So this is the front bearing. It is really like a trailer bearing. It goes into a case like that and it rolls on it. So yeah, that's how they work at the front. But yeah, so do I have those for the rear? I should be having them. Maybe in another box over there. Maybe in another box. Let me take the garbage out of the way. Or maybe it's gonna be into my spare parts factory over there. You can even send the clip, Kev, if you did it. Here, what is it? You're a very small bearing. Oh no, wait. I just sent that one, but that one is for my BMW. That's why it wasn't that box. Oh, it's the pilot bearing at the rear of the engine. Oh, all right. So I don't know if we have the parts actually, or if so, I don't know exactly where they are. So we're gonna finish removing everything, and worst case, I'm gonna be ordering them if I can't find them, and we're gonna be ordering and waiting on them this week with the car stuck on the hoist. I'm gonna be replacing both of them. So basically my fear with that one is that it's working great, but if we have like in that grease some metal flakes, which is almost sure, that means that this can be actually damaged slightly and fail within like 1,000 kilometers. They should be doing like tens of thousands of kilometers driven normally, and maybe a little bit less. Oh, wait for it. There we go. I probably killed the cam right there. You heard the USB sound. Dual side. Yep, I killed the cam. Okay, let's reset the cam. So I figured out that when it's glitching, it's because the USB extension is pulling on the USB port at the back of the computer. I can't wait to see that. Wait. Let me pop it open. What do you mean, the shared dialogue? Okay, can I do that? That monitor share, boop. The cam didn't focus. But that's good. I didn't saw the cam not focusing. There we go. That pop at the end. That pop is perfect. Thank you for that, Kev. Thank you so much. I think I know what's the issue with your car, mister. Your bearing is not bearinging anymore. The ball's not balling. The bearing not bearinging. Oh, that's excellent. Love that. Thanks so much, guys, for being here in the Bearing Destruction Factory. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, man. No big deal. All right, so here we go with another moment of trying to put those bearings out of there. I'm gonna use, yeah, we don't have any more things to pry on it, right? Did it move? No, it still seems to be quite well in place. All right, so what we're gonna do is use that flat screwdriver and just try to, first of all, start by hammering down a little bit, just to see if we're clearing enough space. If so, that's perfect. We're gonna do it up and down until it goes out. If not, well, we're gonna go ahead and just use something else, another tactic, another approach. But for now, that's gonna be the idea. So for that one, I should be good by putting you right behind it so you can see it get kicked out. That's a beautiful point of view. Wow, professional. Very nice, very nice. Almost throw the light down. Is it going further away? I don't think so. We're good. Technically, there's way less stress on that now. Just don't see if it moves. Oh yeah, it's gonna fall, right? Yep, it's about to fall. So I don't need that. We're good without it. Hup. Just need to figure out if I'm doing the right thing now. That sounded like a yes. Because without a heart, I cannot actually go ahead and make that get out the way I would normally with the proper tool for it. I don't even know if the tool will be fitting actually, so might not even be a problem. All I need to figure out is if I'm clearing or not. I need to figure out if I'm winning some space or not. And honestly, right now it feels like a noper. So let me double check that. Because we have the outer cage stuck in there. Air hammer like that, but I feel like I don't have the reach for it. No, I don't. My end is not long enough, I think. Do I have a longer end tip for it? Maybe. That was a gift from my father. I forgot that I had for about 3 years. And when I remembered, I was like, there's no shot. Hate when, well, it sucks to be you because I don't have that problem. Oh! Winning sip. I mean, only cow, it's long enough to make a kid, so it did its job, all good. All right, back to our little problem here. Maybe with that. And let's bring back the hammer and let's try with the pry bar. Loud noise. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? We're good. Focus, voice. All that for a lovely 2 millimeter of gain. So there's progression. That's what matters, right? Whew. All right, let's keep going. Man, I hate those. And the position, it's just not high enough, so I'm in a good position for it. So it kind of sucks, but we're gonna get it done. All right. Loud noise. Are we good? We're good. Ow. Focus, voice. All right, taking out those are freaking painful. Man, I hate that so much. It's so freaking painful to do. Like, it's not going bad because we're getting at least something, but man, it takes forever. So, oh yeah, and I maybe have damaged that a little bit. I'm gonna have to double check that, make sure everything sits flat. Or, oh, maybe it's a ball bearing material I'm feeling. Oi. Oops, sorry, I forgot. Loud noise. Focus, voice. Good morning, Dadu! Yeah, the hydraulic press will be the best. But yeah, the control arm and everything, I don't want to take all of it out of the car. And I don't have an hydraulic press, so... And moving, I feel it like it's moving a little. Can tell. Whew. Dadu, we figured out what was wrong with the Datsun. Inner bearing in the rear will destroy itself. Seems like it. That's what happened when you're providing your viewers with good content. They don't see the month going through and they're like, what the heck? Focus voice. Loud noise. Focus voice. Let's go! Thank you for the resub. 9 months. Oh my god. Man, it's our Twitch baby. How are we calling in? What's our little Twitch baby name? What do you want to call it? We can call it VTech for your Civic. We can call it a blow off for us. There's plenty of name. Oh man, honestly, it's so rough to take it out of there. Holy crap. Is the name of our BB. I think it's 222 second of the name because I think we already have one with someone else, but I don't remember who. So it's all good. It's all good. As long as I forgot about that kid, you know, I'm okay for the next one. What a great father I'm doing. All right, come on, man. Get out. Thank you so much for the 9-month resub, by the way. Really appreciate it, man. I was saying while you were in ad that, yeah, you know, a month is coming quickly when you're providing some good content to your viewers, you know. Your VTech is fake. VTech is supposed to bring power. I don't feel any power, so therefore it is fake. Well, I hear it in my fit. I don't really feel it in the fit, you know? But it's there. 1.5 liter VTech. Is it one? Yeah, it's a 1.5. That's crazy. Such a small. Loud noise. Focus voice. I just realized that doing loud noise is not actually bringing up the music anymore, right? Let's take a break and fix that. It will bring the music up, but not the sounds up. So what I need to do is actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna have to refigure that out. Cause right there it is three dots, filters, and it turns that on. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a different thing there. All right, loud noise. We good, we good. Focus voice. All right, I'm not feeling like I'm increasing the gap anymore. I think I'm gonna change and go with a different type of thing. Samwise, how you doing, mister? What are you up to today, my man? Hope you're doing amazing. Just as we do, because we figured out what was wrong with the Datsun wheel. It's going great. It is indeed going great. 1.05 liter and 44 HP. That's a banger. There's so many Sam now in that chat. Holy crap. I'm gonna try to find it. Sam, if you want to know what was wrong with the Datsun preventing me from actually driving it, Lump is in the place right in time to see some bearing and lube action, my man. You remember when we had that spicy clip from where I'm working at right now? Right there in that part? Well, here we are again. And if you want to understand why, guys, just go with that here, that little clip I just reposted. Thanks to Anarchy for clipping that moment. Sorry, the cam is not really in top shape there. I'm gonna pin it at the top of the chat there. But yeah, so basically you want to see it, it's as simple as that. Look that clip, you're gonna laugh. It's like, yeah, it answers absolutely everything why the car wasn't running properly and doing a crazy dirty sound on that side of the car. Only that wheel was doing that, and now we have it figured out. We just need to remove the part, and being destroyed, it is actually not quite nice. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, that part isn't the focus voice. All right, that part isn't, that tool isn't the one that will make it happen. I'm gonna need to figure out something else. Oh my God, honestly, removing a bearing without the entire bearing in place, like just the outer shell, it's freaking awful. It's not fun. I'm telling you that right away. It's actually really not fun, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, I need a big ass screwdriver, which is right there. And yeah, Lump, have you noticed it's not boosting the bass of your sound anymore? I realized that like 10 minutes ago, that loud noise is not actually bringing up the music anymore and bringing up that, but I will fix it. Hey, Hector, well, come in. How we doing? Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna fix that because it's like the features we had in here, right? We kind of need those to be happy. All right, is that working now? I think so. Hammer time! Hell yeah, baby. Always. Maybe a big socket. Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. I don't really have an outer edge anymore. Like the housing is really flush to the actual hub. So it's really preventing me. So I need something I can slide in between those. So it's really, really flush. So the socket is not fitting at the front either. I will need to remove the bearing at the back here. Maybe that will help. But again, it will be easier if that bearing is out there. Well, I mean, technically speaking, yeah, well, let's do that actually. Maybe it's gonna give me enough movement then. I don't have a slide hammer, no. It sucks that, but I have a kit for bearings that I'm gonna take out right now, because that one now will probably work with the fact we don't have a rear bearing anymore. Yep. So that one's gonna be, I think it was somewhere around 61 mil, yeah. Is it fitting through that? It isn't, because that one here is exactly 61 mil. So we're gonna go a little bit smaller and see if I can fit it through that. We're just gonna smash the front one. We're putting brand new bearings all over the place, that's for sure. 51 mils goes right in there. Maybe 52. Nope, 51's gonna be the winner. Chicken dinner. I do have a bigger hammer, but yeah, it's just that I have to kick it so much. And the thing is, I don't want to get through, I don't want to damage the side, so going too intense is really. My fuel pressure, I'm aiming at 58. I saw that it got like a little bit lower lately, so it was at 51, but I'm gonna be bringing that up at 58 psi, chef. But that's for LS engine, so I'm not saying that you should be running that for yours, because based on your injector and everything, usually it's 43.5 that every injectors are measured, and I picked mine for that. Oh, you're okay. 6-liter truck motor. They are lower. The truck motor are technically lower in terms of fuel pressure. The base fuel pressure. 58 is really Corvette stuff. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's around 40 on the truck motor, but I'm not sure because the injector are also way smaller. They are like 23 pounds injector or 22 pounds, something like that, and mine are now 72 pounds. At 43.5. Technically it shouldn't be the issue, but yeah, 55 to 62 spec, it's 58 the thing then. 58 is usually where you will be looking at. All right, let's bring the outer bearing out of there. Where did I put my hammer now? Probably right behind that, right? Nope, not even. All right, that's cool. I lost my hammer. Probably bring it back to the front. Oh yeah, right there. Nope, not even. Professional. Got napped for a bit. Tired today after all walking. Nice. Oh, were you hanging out with Train and Telcher and all the beautiful people in there? That's cool. Well, thank you so much, Sam. Enjoy the nap. You deserve it. I can't wait to be as old as you. Whew, needing a nap mid of the day. Train Max and Tom came to visit. That's so cool. That's awesome, Sam. That's so cool. I love that, man. I have something waiting for you, by the way, guys. Oh, it's there. The hammer is there. But yeah, Sam, I don't want to go too far with that. I want to chat with Train before saying anything on stream. But like, yeah, there's an idea that came to my head for early November. And it has nothing to do with meeting IRL or something. Just want to put that out there. Not yet, at least. But yeah, so I will keep you posted because I think you will love it. So yeah. Let's keep going there. And Chef, you were saying what? Getting 47. It's kind of low, but yeah. Too hard misfire on one bank. Too hard misfire on one bank. So one side, I will check the ignition coil wiring for sure. The connector and all that, because it's like one big connector on the top. Make sure it's not melted. It's all new. Like the ignition wires, like all the wiring loom there, everything's new. Oh my god. Injector has been cleaned, I guess, or they are brand new, I guess, because that will be another potential source. So if spark plug, ignition coil are brand new, yeah, the clog, the part that they might be clogged is a thing I will be checking out, because with low fuel pressure or anything else that could happen in there, if it sit for a while or something, you know, that could be a thing. Loud noise. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then maybe with what you said, guys, we're gonna get something going on there with the bigger one. And so much grease on it. Focus voice. I was saying with that gone, maybe with the bigger one now we're gonna be good. Yeah, there's metal chunk there. We're gonna have to clean the entire hub. That sucks, but it's part of the game. So that's too big. Let's go with 55. Nope. Maybe it was really just that fitting. No, 52 will be perfect. Is it holding in there? And the other two are misfiring hard. Have you done a leak down test on them? Yeah, compression, but leak down is different, right? All right, that's going through, so we will need 1 more millimeter on them. Yeah, that's like a kit, and basically they do a jig there, and the control arm, that's an entire assembly, and that's like that from factory. It's done the exact same way. So old car don't have a replaceable hub, so that's how it is. And those, like, basically they fix it there, weld it, so that's super strong. And then after that, here I bolt the bracket for the big brake kit. So that's how it's done. How it's done. Sorry. K-pop, you know, #1 single in the UK at the minute. All right, that one might do it. Let's try. Yes and no, not only, Chef, because sometimes you can see things that you're not seeing with a compression test through the leak down. But yeah, I get what you mean. It just gives you an idea, because you can have a compression on a compression tester and still have an issue. For example, the Vaux of my brother-in-law, his Vaux is giving a perfect compression on every cylinder, yet there's a consistent misfire in there. And sometimes he's gonna be having like the misfiring happening, putting the ECU in a limp mode, and we couldn't find it. And he also had a bit of coolant consumption here and there, but like not consistently. And doing a leak down test, we found out that because I want to say it, the cylinder #1 has 20% more leak than any other cylinder. So we're suspecting a little crack in the head gasket or something. So sometimes it can be as stupid as that. And so if coolant is slightly going in the cylinder, it's just washing it enough so the spark plug is not firing properly. So, and like I said, we had a solid 175 compression on every 4 cylinders. Like all of them within 5 psi. So the leak down is actually a test that you can do to figure out something like that. So, because like compression is with like the cylinder moving while you're cranking, like the piston, I mean, moving while you're cranking, you're gonna build pressure and all that. But sometimes even if you have just a slight leak, you're still gonna get the compression. Like the instant compression is gonna be there, but the leak down is putting a whole, like pressurizing the cylinder without anything moving. So you need to bring the piston all the way down and then pressurize the old cylinder. And if you have a small hole, something, a crack, whatever, that might show up through that. Turned out to only be the spark plug. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, like Chef said, everything except the injector is out. Oh, Chef, before that, usually those injectors are easy to swap. Swap them. Last and first and last on that bank, put them in the middle, the one in the middle to the outside, and see if your problem is moving. Yeah, that will be my first go-to, because if everything else is new, that will be my first go-to. You think misfiring, it's either spark plug or injectors. So I will test that. Then I will switch the coil. I will switch the coil, not the spark plug, just the coil. Swap them. And then after that, I would actually go ahead and swap the spark plug. That way you're gonna see if anything's moving around. And wires, okay, that's fair. So yeah, see, that's a good start, but yeah, I will move the injectors. How long are we streaming for? Because I really need to leave at 2 hours. It's 12:28. I have 5 minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes. Loud noise. Focus voice. Focus voice. We are some freaking winner, bitch! Hell yeah. Sorry. I'm keeping my cool. It's all good. No big deal there. It was easy. Not even hard. Did you see me struggle there? I don't think so, man. I think everything was great. First shot, baby. First shot. All right, let's see the damage in there. Hup. Whoops. Yeah, injector will be my go-to. Oh, drink, yes, sir. Let me just show you the inside here, and I'm gonna go on the other side, hoping I haven't damaged the surface too much. Oh, that's not a beautiful camera angle. Thank you, Dadu. I can already tell you there's gonna be a poutine for lunch. Can already tell you that, guys. Poutine for lunch indeed. Going to the chalet this afternoon. It's gonna be that. Orange, welcome in. Look at the clip on top of the chat. It's worth. Okay, there's a bit of damage that maybe I've done when trying to remove it, so we're gonna have to clean that up. Otherwise it won't sit properly, I think. But otherwise we're not too bad. Or maybe it's actually what happened there, I don't know. Yeah, I should have done that pop, well, I have to pop one side, but yeah, I should have done that first. All right, let's put, oh, we have a big notch here, what the fuck? That ain't good. Yeah, we're gonna have to smooth that out entirely there, the hub. No clue. Honestly, I'm gonna assume I installed it poorly in the first place. That's my bet. Because the other side's working great. There's no sign of anything on the other side. And that one within a kilometer of test drive, it just failed. So I will assume it's a bad installation on my side. Let's do a first cleanup, quick cleanup, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and leave it there for the weekend. I'll probably work on it on Monday or something like that. Oh, okay, but you can see it, you can see the stream right now. Let me show it to you, it's worth. It's so worth. Come on. Wait, what? I didn't put the right link at top. What the heck? Oh no, it's not that one. Lol. I failed. Pro streamer. Oh, I need to. Holy crap, that's bad. That's so bad. Whee! Woo-hoo-hoo! I love it so much. Yep, but hey, my guess was actually good, man. After a few trial and error, my guess was actually good. So, you know, not too bad. All right, let's try to clean that up a little bit. Did I bring the blue towel at the back in the end? Or did I leave them there? I left them there, of course. Yep, definitely lost some balls. Balls, balls, balls. So that one, the other one was the one preventing it from time to time to actually do some weird noise. But in the end, the one behind there was the one creating all the issue. So we're gonna have to make sure we're actually cleaning everything up real good. And like I said, I will remove a part of the exhaust, I think, of the muffler to gain a bit of space, because I'm gonna need to make sure we're cleaning up real good at the back here. Oh, why did I leave my freaking brake cleaner over there? I'm so dumb sometimes. And I have like 5 minutes left to stream. After that, I need to go and prep for the chalet. But we found it. The goal of the morning is done. Like, honestly, that was the only thing I needed to figure out. So that's great. Great success. Now I'm just afraid I've damaged a little bit the hub there, removing the bearing. So like I said, we're gonna be doing a little preventive thing in there for sure. Oh yeah, I can tell you it's been, the housing has been warm because of that. I have burnt spot in there. Ain't good. I mean, I can probably buy just one control arm if needed. I just don't want to see the price of it, so we're gonna try to avoid that. There we go. Boom. A clean hole. So yeah, a little bit of damage there. Burnt surface where the bearing is going, but that's okay for as long as the outer shell is good. So two things that could have happened. Front cam. My best thing, oh, didn't work. Front cam. Front cam. So I think that in the first place, I may have packed the bearing too much, with too much grease, and it overheated because it was not okay. Brake cleaner, save everything, fact. Just spit on it. Hot. Brake cleaner, WD-40 and duct tape make everything work. Neural Fox, is that you or actually anarchy writing right there? Sounds like an anarchy moment right there. Don't forget tie wrap, fact. It's not a taper bearing, it's a normal ball bearing, that one. So it's a normal ball bearing, that one, and I think I may have packed it with too much grease. It's all her. So proud of her. I'm so proud of her. See, she's credible. She's now a credible person to me, Anarchy. Maybe not to you, but to me, she's credible. Nope, your dad. So yeah, so basically, I think I may have packed that bearing. I do believe it was the first side I done. And maybe I put too much grease in it, because you're meant to just put a slight amount of grease to keep it rolling, but maybe it's not that. I found a ground that I possibly didn't check. That is, if missing will be my issue. Yeah, front and rear ground on the head and on the block. That's actually a really big potential issue there. And sometimes they just break. On the Datsun, I have the ground from the ECU at the back, and I have also a big ground going to a manifold, and that one can rust and break, so it's a good thing to look at. Oh, interesting, chef. Really interesting. That on my side, I'm good with the Datsun, but yeah, fingers crossed, man. The ground will make so much sense. Well, I mean, yeah, a full bank that will make sense, honestly. Oh, I'm hoping it's that. So yeah, basically, there's that. Otherwise, second possibility with that bearing going bad, maybe I didn't saw some dirt or something fell into it, or there was still some welding residue inside that hub. I don't think that is a thing because I remember cleaning all that before lubing it up. But yeah, I think that might be the two most logical reason why they failed, or I installed it slightly wrong. So that could be a thing. Hey, Sam. Been a pleasure to see you in here, man. I'm gonna be leaving anytime soon, like in a minute or two, so it's all good. You catch the entire thing. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for the help, the few tips and all. That was actually really fun to have you here, sir, so thank you so much. On the other hand, what is next? I'm gonna be double checking probably Sunday afternoon if I have the spare parts here. I thought I had them. I know where to look at. That table that's a mess in the corner, like over behind the wheel there, is actually the place where I kept all my spare parts. So I'm gonna take a look if I have it. If I do have those bearings, stream early next week where we fix that. Otherwise, if I don't, I'm gonna be buying them and we're gonna be waiting on them. However, might still be a Datsun stream early next week to install the vacuum canister that's laying on that chair right there. So we're gonna be doing that, and then after that, I'm telling you guys, I'm probably talking to my friend this weekend for the alignment appointment, because we're there. The Datsun is that close to be on the street. But like that close. Like honestly, that was the main issue. Everything else, all the vital sign, everything, all the data is good. And then the wheels started going, yeah, I don't want to leave anymore. And that's the only reason we're stuck with the Datsun still on the lift. But we're there. So guys, on this, I'm gonna be moving out of here, getting my stuff ready for the chalet, where I'm gonna go drink and swim and have a wonderful time with the girlfriend. So it's gonna be a good moment there. Oh my God, let me double check if we have anyone around here. Anyone you see we can raid quickly like that? Let me check. I have some French streamer. I don't think that's who you're looking for. I think Bubble is live. Is it Bubble there? No, it's not. Who's that? I don't even know. Well, worst case, we won't have anyone to raid because, you know, jumping from car stuff to something else is kind of weird. Show more. You know, I don't have really anyone. Oh, well. That sucks. We don't have anyone to raid right now, and I don't have time to search for someone random, so we're gonna just close it there. I'm sorry guys, I won't bring you anywhere else. 160 time lump, you're just like on above everyone with the hugs. I'm just telling you that right there. You're way further ahead, and Hawk is right behind you. Hawk is the first one to reach 10 custom sounds. She is in the double digit. Just saying. On this, guys, I'll catch you later. Big love. I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend.